Hello guys and welcome to the video. I hope you all are well. Today's build video guys is for Wolcen, okay? This is the Plague Bringer Regen tank build, okay? Now first and foremost guys, this is one of those crazy builds that are currently breaking the game right now, like Bleeding Edge and Winter's Graph spams, but it's a nice well-rounded build. I've already got up to Expedition, what was I'm up to right now? I'm up to Master 118 already, which ain't too bad. Which ain't too bad at all, man, for a newbie starter build. Okay, guys, so what does this build do? So basically, it's a elements build, so it's a damage over time build. You have absolutely enormous amount of tank because we're regenerating our HP at an absolutely insane rate, man. And my god, this transmog is amazing. Look at this transmog, guys. Oh man, it's so sick. So sick, man. Switch out legendary helmet skin's great. Anyway, get off track, guys. Yeah, just love this trainwalk so much. So yeah, guys. So basically, it's a DOT tank build. Okay, you also have one pet as well, which is the more the golem. Okay, so a big lump of our damage is going to him with Regeneration Grief, which is great. I think it's about 20%. I think. And you can actually have multiple golems in the setup if you want to, by duplicating the skill if you want to level up and put another one in your bar, which is kind of cool. So, but yeah, we'll just go through with. Okay, guys. So first thing first, let's get to the passive tree. And let's talk about what makes this build work, okay? So first and foremost, guys, all the toughness of this build comes from this tree over here, the Siegebreaker tree. And namely this one here, Salvatory Anchor. You will receive a bonus depending on which archetype your equipped chestplate belongs to. Okay, so if you have a Bruiser chestplate, which is what I'm using, you receive a health regeneration for each health point on that armor. Then for heavy, you get all res, and rogue, after you dodge, you get force shield and health regen as well, which is really sweet. So the main one you want to go for is the Bruiser. You can do a heavy as well to get a massive all res buff, which is nice, but we're using Bruiser, okay? So the higher the HP on your chestplate, the more regen you will get. And that's the way it works, man. It's really nice. So you can see my health regen here, 4,789.5 per tick. And if I take this off, wallop, I lose a lot of it, man. It goes right down, so yeah. Bruiser chestplate, guys, for the win. And exactly the same for the helm as well. You want a Bruiser helm as well, because we get 0.5 regen. So if we go back over the tree here, you can see here, Siegebreaker elevated game rate, just off this main one here. 0.5 health regeneration for every health point on the equipped Bruiser helmet. Then gain all resistance if it's a heavy helmet, and health and force shield if you have a rogue helmet. Okay, so and if you've got a sorceress, then it's 0.1 force shield, which is mad. So yeah, this one's all about maxing out that massive regen. Okay, so a lot of these points we've taken here is like bonus health and all resistance and all that. In the description of this video, there will be a link to Wolcen Universe, guys, for the best rolls of this gear and this tree, etc, skills and all that sort of stuff. That way you guys don't have to keep going back through the video all the time. Okay guys, next major rune we've got here is this one here, Siegebreaker Disallowing Vessel. Let's read this out. While stationary, you gain an inexorable point every few seconds. Each point of inexorable reduces your movement speed and increases your damage. It's really annoying. You lose your movement speed a lot. It's 5%, 5 movement speed per point. But I've put teleport into this build so you can still get around really quickly and not lose that massive damage bonus, okay? So it's nice. So yeah, basically while you stand still, guys, you decrease your speed, increase your damage, movement will cause the points to remove after a few seconds. While stationary, gain 1 point every 1 second, up to a maximum of 10. You lose 5 movement speed per point, but you gain 6% damage per point on top. That's a huge damage boost, guys. 6% damage boost is big. Fantastic. Get the point off here. Secure parry, 0.1 health regeneration per point as well, and then more importantly 10% to all resistances per point. And this is where we get now an enormous amount of tank from our all resistance up. You see here our material, which is physical, toxic and rend, elemental, fire, frost, lightning, occult, earth, sacred and shadow, are at very high levels. So this gives us an enormous amount of effective hit points, okay? So, like I said, you can mix and match the helm, the chestplate if you want to, but definitely keep the Bruiser chestplate on, man, because that thing, that regen is just so nice, man. But so far, I found this has been really well. Plus, you can put gems into your gear that raise your all res even more, like I've done with my legs. This one here, I've put in a, I can't remember which one it's called now. The all res gem, guys. I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning. I can't remember which one it's called. I can't remember, man. I'll tell you what, let me pop. Actually, I think there was one there. There we go. Yeah, this one here. Hey guys, Alexandrite. Defense 3 there. See that? 16% to all resistances score. Now right now I've got 2 extra K HP in my chest plate, which will affect my regen. But I think I might take one of those out maybe. I'll pop in another all-res gem, because that tree will bonus that up, that all-res on top as well. Nice. Tier 12, I should use more of those. Nice. Okay, let's go back to the tree then, guys. So yeah, extra health and all that sort of stuff over here. Resistances, all that sort of stuff. It beefs us up even more. I went down here to Bestial Frenzy. 4% damage for each nearby enemy within 4 meters range. There's another rune here. They get an extra 1% for each nearby enemy as well on top. I currently don't have enough level yet, because I've maxed out my points. So basically what I've done here is like the baseline, that any points you get after level 73, you can put whatever you want sort of thing. And yeah, get that extra range there. Okay, so yeah, let's go over to the other main tree now, which is basically the Plaguebringer tree. Now this is absolutely key to the build, the Undertaker rune right here. Okay, enemies that die near you have a chance to drop a green globe. If picked up, the globe will increase your toxic damage for a short duration. This bonus stacks with each globe that is picked up. Enemies that die within 20 meters, which is a big old place, man. Radius around you have a 10% chance to drop green globes. Picking up these green globes and grants you an additional 30% damage as poison damage for 5 seconds. So this build is a very, very quick trash clearer. It rips through super quick. Also, these other nodes here, we've got access to some more excellent health and more importantly, more toxic damage, guys, as well. This build is all about that toxic DPS. You can do 10% there, 15 there, 15 there. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, basically, so once you kill these enemies, you get loads and loads of green globes. You pick those globes up and you get a huge surge of DPS. Go for your character for toxic damage, okay? And that's when stuff starts dying super quickly. Now what I did is, on this tree down here, just off the main one here, I popped over here to Scholar, increased awareness, 15 range for picking up health globes, okay? It says it's 15 range. It feels like it's more like the whole screen. Maybe it's bugged, I don't know, but every globe that is picked up instantly. Most of the time you won't even see them, but you just see your DPS spike through the roof. So, yeah, absolutely love that room right there. Also, guys, right here, attrition strategist. Every hit is more likely to inflict an ailment on the target as well. And we've got some extra snacks around here as well. Pop over here. Kill an enemy afflicted with ailments gives you a temporal damage boost as well. Brilliant. Gives an extra 5% for each ailment stack. Up to 5 stacks per damage type. That is fantastic. And we've got the extra damage going through here. Major rune here. When applying ailments, more stacks are applied to the enemy. Other forms of damage are less potent. There's 2 ailment stacks inflicted. Fantastic. Go over here. Damage over time. Generate critical hits. Deal critical damage. And then take that extra spell crit there as well on top. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, get all your major stacks through here, guys, and this one here, Grievous Afflictions, can apply an extra 1 additional ailments on top, so you want as many ailments as possible. For those that don't know, as you cast spells in this game, so we cast this spell here, Plague Burst, this is actually one of your main damage dealers. As you cast a spell, there's a chance for it to proc an ailment. An ailment for poison is damage over time, a DOT, and it's different for each sort of spell, so that's what we're stacking, that's what we're buffing on this build. Nice. Right, so yeah, let's go over to here. Got the multiplier here as well, guys. Power of the First Man. Love this thing. There's your chance there. 50% chance I multiply the number of ailment stacks by 2. It's brilliant. Okay, guys, so what I did after that is I thought to myself, right, we're making this a really regen tanky build, yeah. So I went down to this way here, down Soldier Line. Got these extra nodes here for more resistance and more health, which is great. And then right here, this is my emergency health regen. Okay, so say you come across a boss and he hits you really hard, man, and brings you all the way down to 30%. Suddenly this will kick in. Second wind. When you're under 30% max health, gain a burst of health regen. Fantastic, man. So this is like your saving grace in a way. Almost like your self-res in Diablo sort of thing, guys, you know. So yeah, I'll put that in just you know, have that second layer of regen defense. Okay, so then what I did after that, I zipped over to here, into this line here, guys, the assassin line. The first thing first, I went straight to the left, man, picked up these critical hit chance scores here, and boom, critical hits deal more damage, non-critical hits deal less damage. 100% critical hit damage, no brainer, massive DPS boost. Then I went over to the right here to gain the material damage, which is poison, of course. Then got this 50% poison stack duration. Ailment damage again, guys, for poison. And then right here, percentage of physical damage becomes toxic. So any physical damage rolls we've got will turn over to toxic and make us tick even harder. Then what happened is I went up here, because this build is mostly for AoE, trash clearing, and I thought to myself, I'm killing bosses a bit too slow. What can I do to make them die a bit quicker? So I went up to here, to assassin clandestine execution. Deal more damage when only one enemy is nearby. So you just get a boss by itself. Boom, 25% damage when only one enemy is within 7 meters range. You can buff this extra as well if you've got the extra points. I might actually do this myself soon. A worthy adversary, 5% damage when only one enemy is considered nearby. So I'm definitely going to spec into that once I get another level. And also you can put minus range here, so you can make it so it's much tighter to that target. So if you say you got a boss that's like summoning adds, you know, you can still get that bonus on that one target sort of thing. So that's the idea to that. Then I went over to the right here, and then I got the extra maximum health and shield. Then went up into this tree here, guys. A Business Shaper. I really want to get the extra element damage here and here. That's an extra 24% right there. That'd be huge. I need more levels yet. But first thing first, I went over this way here. So I've got some occult damage here, occult damage here. Then right here, occult affliction. The occult damage that an enemy receives from your attacks is increased with each curse stack they're afflicted with. Why am I using this? Okay, and we've got the extra buff here on top. Why am I using this? Because this spell right here, Anomaly, is amazing! Okay, because as you cast it, it drags all the mobs into it, and you can actually cast it twice. And it is fantastic. And it hits so hard. So I thought to myself, I use this spell all the time. You know, just dragging all mobs into one spot, hit that poison AoE, and watch them just pop, man. You know, so it's just dragging them in constantly. And yeah, it's fantastic. So I'll put that in there to buff the DPS up as well, man. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah. As mobs die, guys, inside how Plague Burst, Noxious Smog. It's fantastic. Leaves a poisonous cloud when an enemy or a friendly summoner dies, dealing damage over time. This is what makes this work so well. Okay, as soon as everything dies, you get a big cloud of gas, basically, and they start choking to death. It's very sweet, man. Then Visitation here increases the explosion damage for each ailment stack a monster has. So as they die, they explode as well on top, and they get absolutely ripped. So what I've done here, I've increased the area effects, more ailment damage, of course. Ailment damage is king, man. It's fantastic. The extra chance, of course, as well. And increase the base damage. Increases the chance to inflict ailments on enemies for allies inside the explosion area effect. So if you're partied up, or for your pets, that's going to help as well. And right there, I've got Biohazard for an extra critical 30% as well. Critical damage, guys. Nice. Okay, guys, Bulwark, man. Bulwark is awesome as well. Surprisingly, this hits pretty hard. I believe the devs said they are going to rein this in and bring it in, basically nerf it a little bit. Because basically it's a support spell, and right now it's causing too much damage, so they will rein it in. But basically what does this do, guys? A blessing area around you with the Light of Dawn, and it heals those who stand in it over time. Brilliant. Love this spell, man. So I always cast this first before doing anything in rotation, man. So you start getting that really healing. That's beautiful as well, man. It's great. Runes I took here, it was increase the area effect that deals damage as well. So straight away, look, you see the damage it's doing. And that's too much for a healing spell. Okay, so that will be reined in. That's pretty crazy, man. Okay, so I've reduced the cooldown. It lasts an extra 3 seconds. I found this was really key, actually. The healing of the area effects follows the player that was cast on. Okay, so when I cast this right now, it follows me, which is great, like my Plague Burst does. So it just follows me around, and I can just travel with it, and boom, you know, wreck face. It's great. Nice. Grants a buff to all resistances while inside the area effect as well. Now, because we're standing still in this build to build these inexorable points, if we go to my sheet here, my resistances here, if I cast this now, boom, look at that. Look at my all res, man. It's just great, mate. It's absolutely great. Nice. Okay, guys, so Liver Mortis is basically this really cool looking pet right here. Now, why am I using this guy? I can survive without him because my regen is extremely good, but the Immortal Maul, guys, the Liver Mortis pet, he has a great skill that got fixed in the last page called Generational Grief. A portion of the damage received by you is transmitted to the summon, which is fantastic. Remember, we can heal that summon all the time as well with Bulwark Dawn. So, you know, I believe the damage reduction is around about 20%, I believe. I think it's about 20% damage reduction. Great. This pet doesn't really do that much in the way of damage. So what I've done, I've increased the health of the summon to keep it alive as much as possible, make it generate more threat. If you recast this skill, if we press key 3, he does a little shout, and he will take attention of all the monsters around you, okay? So all the damage is going to him, not to you, which is really nice. It doesn't always work with all monsters, though. Like, certain big bosses will ignore the pet, but when you're, like, putting, like, 50 to 100 mobs, you know, teleport on top of your pet, just use the teleport like that, teleport on top of him, hit that taunt, and then just do your rotation, watch everything die, and they're all hitting him, not you. It's great. It's absolutely great, man. Okay, I tried this out as well, actually. Someone gains an increased chance to inflict ailments. So I've literally just put this on. So, yeah, your pet will do some ailments, guys, on target, which is kind of nice. Increase the health for summon again as well, of course. And again, summon generates more threat. You know, you want as much attention on the pet as much as possible, not you. Nice. Well, like I said earlier, you can actually duplicate the skill if you've unlocked it. And level up another one and put that on your bar and actually run 2 pets if you want to, but you probably have to drop Annihilation, which I wouldn't recommend because that's your main single target. Nice. Okay, guys, so AF and Jumpman, basically teleport. You can just cast this with how much willpower you have. Basically, what I'm doing when I'm zipping around the map, I just hit my willpower potion, W key, and that way I can cast again. Okay, and that is the most mobility, because when you teleport, you don't lose your disallowed version of the points, okay, from exonerable points, which basically give you all that massive resistance and damage bonus. So that's the reason why I put this teleport in as well. Some people just teleport in, look, they don't go away. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, let's go, man. So what runes I used, guys, was reduce the willpower cost. I could probably change that now, actually. Increase the teleport range. Deals AFA damage to enemies between the beginning and the end of the teleport. So it actually does some stacks, which is actually kind of nice. Sometimes I want to go through it, but it just damages them, aggroes them, brings them in. Reduce cooldown, of course. Reduce cooldown again, because I want as much as possible. Casting skill removes all crowd control effects as well. So say if I get snared by an enemy, I can just quickly cast this and I'm back on full movement. Brilliant. And also, guys, increase movement speed after completing the teleport. So basically, say I'm trying to teleport to the boss and I run out of power, I could just go, you know, I can just go teleport, then I'll get this movement speed buff, and then I can just go old school, you know, old school, man, and get that little movement speed buff right there. AF and jump bonus. Nice. Okay, guys, over next. So this rune here, you can change to anything you want. Sometimes I use, what's it called? This really cool spell. There it is, Tear of Ithiel. Sometimes you use the Tear of Ithiel. I really like this spell, especially on the Fire Rune. It's really, really cool on the Fire Rune, man. You can use this as well. Does a lot of area AoE, but we've really got quite a lot of AoE in this build already, man. But yeah, sometimes I use the Tear of Ithiel with these runes here. So the Fire one, it's pretty sweet. But I really do like, I do prefer to use Annihilation Beam, because Annihilation Beam, we could turn this to Toxic. Okay, we could turn this to Toxic, and you hold it down. Got 3 beams, guys. The way I've got it set up is 3 beams right now, which is nice. It's a really nice, strong single target. So, because it's toxic, as we generate globes from killing monsters, you know, you can just hold us down, and all your toxic DPS goes through the roof, and it'll just melt those guys really, really quickly. I've got some footage coming up in a second. I'll show you how that works. So, the reasons I took, guys, here was converts base ether damage, which is by default to toxic. Fantastic, because it's a toxic beam. Skill fires additional beam. And increase ailment damage, of course, because we want ailments as well out of it on top as well. Skill requires an additional beam, but at a cost of damage. So I've got 3 beams, but I'll lose about 30%. I'm going to test this one out currently. But like I said, Mac, yeah, and change it how you fancy it. You can have reduced willpower for that sort of stuff as well. And I've actually got the willpower per second here down as well. But yeah, these are your big single target. No, that's it, guys. And then last one, these guys, Anomaly! Good old Anomaly, man. Love this spell. This is your CC spell. This is how you pull monsters into one spot, etc., etc., okay? Okay, so first rune I used here was Disclaiming Threads. Increases the area of effects of the damage of Wolcen. It makes it absolutely huge. Anything in those area effects, guys, will just be pulled in straight away. And because you've got 2, because we can cast 2, they'll just be bouncing around like this. It's hilarious. They can't actually move. So, yes, it's fantastic. It's one of my favourite skills in the game. Brilliant. Okay, guys, because we're specking ailment damage for this as well, ailment damage there on top as well. Brilliant. Skill duration, 2 seconds. No brainer. Want it out as long as possible. Echoes of Infinity. The skill's vortex pulls in enemies multiple times. That's what we did. So, normally, the base rune will just pull them in once, then they'll just walk away. Because it pulses, it's pulling them in constantly all the time. It costs 3 points to do that. Then, Regen of Matter. Skill allows the cards into 2 vortexes, so what we've just shown. Last one of these guys increases the ailment damage to enemies inside the vortex, which buffs our DOTs even more from the Plague Bringer. Okay, so it buffs this even more. Buffs everything. So, yeah, that's the way we're going to go Rex Street, man. Nice. Okay, guys, so gear then. I'm going to quickly mouse over my gear. I am currently using the staff. You don't have to use the staff. You can actually use a one-hand weapon setup if you want to, and a catalyst offhand, which allows you to cast magic. I have only really done staff so far. Yeah, I'm still learning the game, but you can definitely do a one-hand setup. There's actually a unique dagger in the game that has a huge amount of poison damage, which is this one here. This would definitely work with this setup. I just need to test it out. But for now, I'll just use the basic staff. And it works absolutely fine. But you can see this here, there's the legendary dagger, Edict 21417. Look at that poison damage, man. Gotta test this out. Gotta test it out. But yeah, you can go one hand and you have to drop one skill. So you probably have to drop, say, AFO Beam for a Regeneration skill of your choice, of course. Nice. Right, so yeah, let's go over the gear then. So yeah, I'm using all heavy armor apart from the chest plate and the helm. The chest plate and helm, guys, like I said earlier, gives you your health regen. Then heavy armor gives you all resistance. All resistance is so important on this server, man, because with this massive health fall, without our all resistance, we would die all the time. You know, we'd die all the time. No point of a big health fall if we've got no damage mitigation sort of thing. So that's where this comes in. So yeah, heavy on absolutely everything. My legs here, I'm using all resistance gem. On my chest, I'm currently using maximum health. Like I said earlier, I was thinking about maybe putting that in instead. These Alexandrites for more all res maybe in the future. But yeah, heavy on everything, including shoulders, gloves, all that sort of stuff for all res. You want to try and get as much cooldown and material damage in your build as possible if you can. And I'm still trying to do that. I've still got these gloves here, which are kind of nice. But if you can get cooldown on your chest plate, guys, and your pants, I still need to get ones for my pants. I've got this brand new helmet I want to craft a little bit later, which has got cooldown on it. But yeah, you want material damage as possible on all pieces. Nice. For support gems, guys, obviously use emeralds for the toxin damage bonus as well, which I'm using here, and here. Nice. Currently, my weapon, I'm actually using tier 2 sockets at the moment for toxic damage added to spells. Normally, I would stack tier 3 sockets, which give me access to toxin damage. So, I'll have this one here. Offense 3. See that one there? 12% poison alignment damage. So I'll be experimenting. So what I think I'll probably do is do a mix and match, I think, in the future sort of thing. But I'll be trying this out, and it's been working pretty well. Nice. Okay then, guys. So how about I stop waffling and show this in action? Here we go. And we'll talk about the rotation and stuff. Build in action. Let's go. Nice, here we go, guys. Okay, guys, so this was an expedition. It's basically their version of Refs, guys, of this game. And this was Master 103. It was with 4 modified area rollers, and also we brought in the Untainted. So it's basically like a bit like a greater riff from Diablo. So yeah, we've fully buffed this up, and off we go. Off we go, man. So the first thing you're going to do, guys, is because you've got so much regen, you know, you can just walk around and just gather up loads and loads of mobs. You see that poison class killed everything already. So that's what I like to do. I like to. Oh, actually, my pet actually died there. Wow. So that's what I do. I like to run around. I just use my basic staff attack, which generates willpower, which is fantastic. Our main primary resource. So I like to is just run around, see where my pet is, which is a little green dot on the map there. Go back to my pet. You can see my pet is drawing all the aggro, man, because I've told it to attack. You can see my health bar bouncing up and down like crazy with the regen. And then yeah, just go through the rotation. So the first rotation is a Bulwark of Dawn. Then I will cast Plague Burst. Then I'll pull all the mobs in with Anomaly. 2 casts. Make sure you always cast that twice. Make sure you've got the rune unlocked. Okay. And then I'll just basically do a few basic staff attacks, okay? If I need any power to come back, when I come back off, if there's any mobs that are basically still alive anymore, then I will just hit W to recharge my power if I need it. Because remember, the staff attack will give you power as well. And then I'll do the rotation again. If there's any monsters outside my circle that's got out of range, like that guy there, then I would cast my Annihilation Beam, which is on Toxic. Yeah, wreck it. Now you can see this guy here. I'm struggling with this guy a little bit, because like I said, this is mainly an AoE build. I can chip this guy down, but it'll take a while, so I thought to myself, right, I know. This guy's taking a while. I'm just going to grab this bit of loot here. He can't kill me. And we're going to go find some more mobs to generate toxin globes, okay? So I'm looking around for some mobs now. Here comes a big pack of wolves, want to eat me. They want to eat me. And there we go, there's all this. I've just hit taunt on my pet. I've gone through my usual rotation. And now I've got loads and loads of toxin globes jacked up on my sheet. And now you can see the toxin beam is now starting to wreck this guy. Just wait a second. Because every time these mobs die, there's a chance for a poison globe to drop. You can see one just zipped in there. Now my toxin damage has gone through the roof. And we've bursted him down with the deadly AFO Beam on Toxic. Brilliant, man. Easy. So yeah, off that, I just did some combat rolls, got back into the mix of it. So if I ever run out of power, I just hit spacebar and do a combat roll. We've just got a free yellow pack here as well. Also, guys, as you're moving away on the screen, your pet will teleport to you at a certain range, by the way. But yeah, every time I do a big pull, I always go back to my pet, tell the pet to basically taunt, hit the same key again. And then, yeah, they start attacking the pet, and now I can just do my rotation and watch them die, man. But yeah, as soon as that poison cloud goes off, God, it's huge, isn't it? As soon as that poison cloud goes off, they get absolutely wrecked, man. They take so much toxic damage, man, and ailment damage from various skills that is in the build. And they just get absolutely wrecked. Like, boom, 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 boom. And they explode as well from the Plague Burst. You just see a HP bar just bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. It's cool. I take Shadowbait. This is one of those main special bosses that spawn on this run when you're doing an Untainted run. You can see we've got the Toxic going, and he's melted, man, because we are jacked up with Toxin Globe DPS, boys. But like I said earlier, guys, you know, this build isn't like one of the broken builds in the game right now, like Bleeding Edge or Winter's Grass build. The devs have said that those builds will be rebalanced. I literally did a blog today saying about the upcoming patch will be wow, look at that. We'll be rebalancing those builds, so they won't be around for much longer. Okay, quickly scrolled up here, guys. As I've been getting my poison globes, look, you see my damage is spiked right up there. So it was up to 17k there on the alignment poison damage. Nice. So yeah, guys, like I said, man, you know, I'm not top level yet. There's lots and lots of points left. The maximum level in this game is 90, I believe. So right now I'm only 73. So there's lots of spare points. So feel free to experiment, guys, with this base build. Because like I said earlier, it's a very, very nice starter build if you're new to the game and you just want something where you can get through it, especially the campaign, really easily. You can get through the campaign on this build so easily, man, so easily. Especially if you go Siegebreaker tree first, you know what I mean? So you've got your toughness and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's a very, very easy build to play. Most of the time you can just stand there and just tank all these bosses. I can say you're indestructible because you're not. It depends, you know, there's always going to be, when you get to a certain point on the expedition, you know, the monster's going to be hitting so hard you eventually will be spiked down. That's where you need to start improving gear and your all resistance, etc., etc., HP bar, that sort of stuff. And yeah, we go, man. So we're literally just going toe to toe now with this boss who's level 103. A really nasty melee mob, man. A Flyer Warmaster. Nasty. He's got regeneration, which I absolutely hate. I absolutely hate bosses, man, with regen. You can see he's spinning around like crazy. One thing you got to make sure, though, is make sure your golem is alive. The amount of times I've died sometimes to bosses during this game because my pets died, I've not realised because there's so much stuff going off on the screen. So yeah, keep an eye out for that green dot on the map. So make sure your golem is low, because if the golem dies, then you lose 20% damage reduction. Like I said earlier, it's actually possible to run 3 golems if you want to, which is great. Oh, by the way, guys, actually, the devs did a little blog post today, and they're saying that they're going to give pets some love. Right now, a pure pet build is not viable in Wolcen, which is horrible, man, because I absolutely love pets. I absolutely love pets, but they are saying that they are going to buff pets soon. So next patch, guys, next patch, great. There we go, victory. S+, lovely, man. That was the top one as well, man. Brilliant. Oh, look at that, man. Nice little legendary chest plate there. It's a rogue one, unfortunately. Sucks. Any legendaries out of here? No, just a bits and bobs. Just a bits and bobs. But always, guys, like I always say, man, always pick up your yellows, man, because yellows can be great upgrades, you know. And you can turn them into legendaries as well on the in-game tree, guys, in the city. Quick mouse over my current gear, guys. There you go. I don't have a lot of the optimal rolls. I'm still missing a lot of cooldown. I'm missing so much cooldown. So much cooldown. And once again, a quick mouse over all the runes as well. Like I said, guys, in the description of this video, there'll be a link to Wolcen Universe. It's basically like Diablo fans or a D3 planner. And it will give you guys the spec tree of what I'm currently using, sort of thing. And yeah, feel free to experiment out, guys, and try it out, sort of thing. But like I said, man, it's more of a starter newbie build where you can just like really chill through the game, have a beer in the other hand, and smash the mobs up and chill out. Also, it's really nice in party play. You know, a lot of people play Glass Cannon. When you play this build in party play, you know, you could basically be the res bot, which is great. So these guys play these Glass Cannon builds. Normally, you like just die a lot. And yeah, you can just walk up to them even in combat and just res them. Snacking Wisdom and Toughness currently. And there's all my current stats. So my health is 74, regen 4.7, fantastic. You can see there my all resistance is very, very high. Very, very high, mate, which is a key to keys with Myers. There's my ailment DPS, etc, etc. It's very annoying that cooldown is not shown on the stats. You guys notice that? And there you go, guys, man. That is the basis of the regen build for the Plague Master, man. What you guys think, man? It's pretty sweet. Nice chill build. Like I said, man, it's not one of these crazy builds like Bleeding Edge or Winter's Grass, man. But like I said, those builds won't be around for much longer. Lovely, guys. Thanks very much for watching, man. Feel free to share and like and subscribe, guys, and all that cool stuff. My god, this transmog is so cool. That transmog, man, is so cool. I love it. Love this character. It's so cool. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe for more. Have fun in Wolcen, guys. By the way, more videos for Diablo very, very soon as well. Nice. Okay, guys. Cheers, man. I'll see you next one. Let's go. I need to go grind some more fat loots. Thanks for watching, guys, and a special shout out to those been with us for such a long, long time. Feels really cool actually to add some other content to the channel, guys. Actually, so expect more of this in the future. Okay, guys, thanks very much for watching. Special shout out to those subs on Patreon as well, guys. Thanks for keeping the dream alive. See you in the next video. Take care, man. Have fun in Wolcen.